The most thrilling, spine-tingling series ever.
From the pages of R.L. Stein's best-selling books,
And the screams go on forever and ever.
We now return to Goosebumps.
Greetings, Goosebumps fans, young and old, big and small, living dead and undead. Welcome back to the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. As always, I am your host, Isaiah Vargas. I'm joined by my good pal, Nick Shaw. Bjorn Palanick was unable to join us today, but that's okay, because we are still the Goosebumps Crew, and we're back to talk some Goosebumps. If this is your first time joining us here on the Goosebumps Crew Podcast, I want to sincerely welcome you all. If you are or have ever been a fan of the popular Goosebumps series of books, or the monster franchise that they spawned, I have a feeling this podcast is going to be right up your alley, because as I always say, me, Bjorn, and Nick are some of the biggest Goosebumps nerds on the whole planet. We could talk about Goosebumps for hours on end, and that's exactly what we do here on this podcast. Every week we got a brand new episode talking about everything Goosebumps, whether it be the books, TV shows, movies, video games, merchandise, whatever it is that has Goosebumps in the name, we're going to talk about it until you cannot stand the word Goosebumps anymore. So with all that said, if you end up liking today's episode, make sure you have a like and comment, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, the Goosebumps Crew, hit the bell notification to get updates when new episodes drop every Wednesday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you are, however, dying to get those episodes early, you can catch us over on our audio platforms. We're available on platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and many, many others, wherever you get your podcast. Audio-only versions of episodes go up every Tuesdays at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, you can follow the Goosebumps Crew over on social media. We're available on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. You can also follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps Saucy Fan and Shallon, respectively. All of those links are in the description below, so check them out. Join the Goosebumps Crew today. Become a crew member. We thank you in advance for your support. So, first off, I want to welcome back our good buddies, Jared and Elvis, 90s Kids Library and Nostalgic Goosebumps, respectively. How you guys doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for inviting me.
Very awesome to have you guys back. If you guys at home remember, Jared and Elvis joined us just a few weeks ago to talk about Goosebumps collecting. And collecting is the topic of this week's episode, too, in a sense. If you guys remember, last week we talked about the back of the book advertisements in the original Goosebumps series, and many of which that we covered were advertisements for the, at the time, Goosebumps Fan Club. So back in the 90s, there were Goosebumps Fan Club packs that were sent out. They were advertised in the books and the videotapes and all that stuff. And basically what it was, you sign up for the Goosebumps Fan Club and you got sent an awesome pack of Goosebumps goodies, whether they be, school supplies or little knickknacks or anything like that. And a lot of people signed up for these packs. They went on for many years. They went from, I believe, 1993 to 1999. So, Goosebumps fans got to indulge in all the goodies that they got sent every single, I don't know if it was like a monthly thing or a yearly thing, but there was a lot of them. So today we're going to...
I don't think it was monthly.
I don't think it would be monthly. It had to have been like just signed up once and you got that pack, but they were doing them every year or two.
Yeah.
So you always
I think they used the one pack probably for the whole year and then changed it maybe annually, if I had to guess, because there's really not that many variations, even during that, what seems like a long time, but it's actually kind of a short time for a Goosebumps fan club.
In a sense, it covered the 90s era. So just about the lifespan of the original books was the lifespan of the Goosebumps fan club. So today we're going to take a look back on those fan club packs. and see what they all had to offer inside. So, of course, we're going to go to our tried and true place for Goosebumps knowledge, and that is the Goosebumps Wiki. So let's start off here with the 1994-1995 fan club. So, of course, as I said in our episode from last week, we talked about the back of the book advertisements. This was basically the way where most people who entered the fan club found out about these packs. And of course, we had the very first one, which was this one. Join the Goosebumps fan club. It's more fun than a barrel of mummies. So you signed up, you filled out this form.
Mummies could be fun.
And what was it? It was $8.95 plus $2 to cover shipping. You put in your information and send it, and after a few weeks, you would receive this box for the Goosebumps official fan club pack. So the very first box that we have here is coffin shaped, but it's also black. So it says, "Beware Goosebumps official fan club pack. Open if you dare." And here we got another. I'm going to probably have to blur out that address right there. But you would get this sent to you from Scholastic. And here it says that it came with the coffin case. You got a Goosebumps black baseball cap, a neon pen, a glow-in-the-dark doorknob hanger, autographed photo of R.L. Stine, Goosebumps fan club membership card, and 4 newsletters per year. So I think that's what you signed up for the fan club, you got the big box, and then you would get newsletters on what it appears to be like
quarterly.
Quarterly basis, yeah. So here we got pictures.
I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, that hat for sure. I haven't seen.
I really like this hat.
Yeah, the membership card thing too. I don't recall ever seeing either.
This must have been a very short-lived version, because even that black box, I've never seen it. And I'm looking at Goosebumps stuff all the time on eBay. I've never seen a black.
Well, I've seen the black coffin box. They don't come around very often, but they're also not super expensive for some reason. The last one I saw wasn't very expensive at the time.
Well, I saw that picture that we're seeing right now of R.L. Stine. I think someone was selling for like $50. Just that.
I've seen it on Mercari. Yeah.
Dang, $50 honestly is not that bad. But yeah, we got this picture of R.L. Stine sign and says, "Have a scary day." I wonder how big that is. Is it the size of like just a regular piece of paper, or is it like a little?
It would have to fit. Yeah, it would have to fit in that coffin shaped box. So I don't think it was too big. Probably like 5x7 or something, 6x8.
Yeah, as long as it was at least decently sized. So here we got that official membership card. It says "Touch here." I wonder. It almost looks like felt, almost. I don't know, but it's a nice card. I would keep that in my wallet.
Well, I remember that around, I think it was like 6 months ago, somebody on eBay had this fan club, now that I remember, and a green one, the one you have, Jared.
Yeah.
They were selling it separately for $50 each, and each one had, I don't know if it was complete each one, but each one had a lot of items in it.
Oh, it might be worth it then. Yeah.
But they were gone like this.
Yeah.
Whoever bought them knew what they were buying immediately.
Yeah. Well, they didn't resell them, so I guess that's a good thing, but also a bad thing because we can't grab them. But
yeah. So
yeah, I don't see that card ever. Like I've never seen it before.
I don't think I've seen it before either. I've seen this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the
I've seen
dark door hanger, and then it's got all the Goosebumps books listed
with this coffee.
So it goes up all the way to number 30.
This must have been offered elsewhere. Was it just with the fan club? 'Cause I feel like I've seen it with like corrugated sides, like it was I don't know.
Maybe it was like in a box set or something, kind of like the Haunted Mask.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so one of those box sets with those door hangers. But yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So that was the 94-95. So that was the very first one. Not a whole lot of stuff in that one since it was the very first. But we move on.
This is before the TV show. So I mean, it's like before it seemed like it got like huge, right?
Exactly. So
I think so, yeah.
And this is after the TV show had started. So it says the all-new, terrifying Goosebumps Fan Club pack. Same price, $8.95 plus $2 shipping. The only way to get a jump on the bumps, inside information on your favorite series that you can't get anywhere else, plus all the spooky new stuff. So same thing, you'd send in the order form, and it came with a green coffin-shaped case, a Goosebumps watch, a Goosebumps bandana, Goosebumps water bottle, glow-in-the-dark sticker sheet, 3 pencils, a Monster Blood eraser, subscription to the Scream newsletter, welcome message from Curly, and sheet with contents of the fan club pack. So right here, we got that green cardboard case. So this one I feel is the most well-known, sort of say, or at least one of the most well-known fan club packs. So you have the green case this time, but essentially the same design. Here we have that content sheet. Hey, booze and ghouls. Your awesome Goosebumps coffin includes all that stuff. And of course, another great 1-year subscription to the Scream, the official Goosebumps Fan Club newsletter packed with all the dirt on what's new for Goosebumps. And then we have the welcome letter. Got Goosebumps yet? You bet. Boo dudes, and welcome to the exclusive Goosebumps Fan Club. Ghastly greetings from your favorite bony guy, and a big curly thank you to everyone for signing up. Get set for a full year membership that starts off with this great introductory package. A complete list of your Goosebumps goodies is listed on the inside. Let out a scream and tell me what you think. The only thing I love more than reading Goosebumps books is reading letters from you. Right now, and shock it to me. Tell me what you want to know about the bumps. Send letters to Dear Curly. So that's pretty cool. You could send messages.
That's amazing.
So, that.
Elvis, did you ever get any of these fan club packs in the 90s? No?
Fortunately, we could only afford the books. Some of them.
Yeah.
I never got into that. But I do like the fact that they have 2 versions of Curly in this fan club. You have this later version that we're looking right now, and then on the watch we have the other version of Curly with the long hair. That was the earlier version of it. So it's nice to see both versions on in this fan club. But no, I never got this, unfortunately. I don't know. Did you, Jared?
So I definitely got a fan club pack, and I'm pretty sure it was this one. Because I remember the green coffin case, and I remember all those items inside. But the thing is, like, when I was looking this up before, because I got a fan club pack. I know I mentioned it before, very recently, and when I was looking up what came in each of the different phases of the fan club, it seems like I got things from like each year somehow. I don't know if maybe when they were packing these fan club packs, these coffin cases, if sometimes they just put different things in there, like they swap things out depending on when you ordered, like throughout the year. But yeah, it's weird because I just have a slightly different memory of like the timing of some of those items when they were put in the fan club. I only got it one time. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, but I remember that on your video, on your reel, I think you had Cuddles, right, from the Taco Bell.
Oh, well, yeah. So yeah, the one that I got from Mercari definitely had other stuff in there that was never part of the fan club. I do know that because some of it was the Taco Bell items. Mm-hmm. So whoever held on to that for all these years was packing other things in there that they just had collected for Goosebumps. Yeah.
So
that's the thing too. I noticed a lot of the fan club packs are incomplete that you find or have stuff that they never came with to begin with.
Yeah.
And somebody was just like, I just don't want to keep any of this Goosebumps stuff. I'm just gonna put it all in here.
It's an unfortunate side effect of getting things that are hand-me-downs because, people get these as kids and then they mess with all the stuff and then they're like, oh, I don't want it anymore. So
yeah, I do have those pencils. Yeah, so it seems like most of the stuff I actually did get with the recent fan club pack I got. So it might be, yeah.
I do like the names of the books on each one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Here we have that Monster Blood eraser.
Yeah. Which I'm sure just was really ineffective. Those erasers.
Yeah.
Just destroy your paper.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. I can imagine it's probably like, I don't know why. I think of it being like it leaves behind that green like coloring behind on your paper. So it's just kind of like, ah.
That thing is just infused with some toxic dye. And yeah, it'll just run on everything. So yeah, you would just basically replace your pencil marks with green dye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You just had it because it was cool.
yeah. So here we got that little
I always bought
water
the
bottle.
erasers and the pencils from or at least my elementary school had. They're almost like, well, what you'd get like little capsule stuff out of a little. I want to say vending machine, but it's not really like a vending machine. But like, you put your quarter in, you turn a little knob, and it sends out your eraser, or your pencil, or your
Yeah.
whatever you're buying. I don't know if you guys had that too or not, but the nostalgia.
Oh yeah, the nostalgia for shit things.
I don't know. We just had better stuff back
Hey
then.
man,
So,
I was gonna say pencil grips and all that. I mean, none of that was shit.
You remember
That was
those
awesome.
those pencils would change color when you with heat, I think. So we had such snazzy stuff back then.
I guess I'm more thinking
Yeah.
about just like everything was novelty. It was the exact same as like, you get a pencil. Don't you already have pencils? It's like, yes, but this one is all bendy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I just remember that kind of stuff. Like when I would go to the Scholastic Book Fair, like, people were getting books, but they're also going to the tables with all the little knickknacks and stuff like that. They were getting like the huge erasers, like the ones that fit in the palm of your hand, and you like
Yeah.
just pull them up like that.
I don't do none of that.
Yeah.
I don't do none of that.
Well, here we
No,
go.
I'm talking 90s
Yeah.
Scholastic Book Fair.
Yeah.
Well, that was back.
Everything was colorful, but you did have to get a different pencil because it had another design of another whatever you wanted, or I mean, it was different.
That was
But
back when you also were good books to
didn't
go
get
along
your
with.
basketball team you wanted. You had to do it again, make sure you get the right basketball team. So it was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Here we got that collapsible water bottle.
It is, yeah. It was a bitch to open, though. Let me tell you, from its collapse form.
Yeah.
So Nick, we were talking about it before, but Nick, did you so you got a fan club pack when you were younger as well?
No, I could not. Like Elvis said, I was in the same boat. Couldn't really afford it. So
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they were cheap, but it's not like my grandparents were like, I don't want to pay that and then send that in and do all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have, I mean, I wasn't born in wealth or anything by any means, but I think when it came to like reading and books, for some reason there it was like, okay, sure, we'll get you this thing, But yeah, so I was lucky. I guess I was lucky to get one. Yeah, when I was younger. Of course, I don't know what happened to it.
What was the
It
time?
was one of the things like they would give me money for the book fair. I would get books,
Yeah,
but they didn't want to go out of their way, I guess, to mail something off with a check and have it get
Yeah.
lost, maybe lose their money. I don't know. They just didn't want to do it. So I was just like, shit.
yeah, and
I want that
that's
stuff.
something too that's so different is that when you ordered these things, yeah, you had to send away for it, so it would take like, who knows, at least a week to get to where it needs to go, and then there was maybe a week of processing, probably more, probably longer, and then another week or two for it to get back to you. So you're waiting like a month for all this stuff, and so you had to
Not
be very
longer,
patient
yeah.
as a kid especially when you're mailing away for things.
Elvis, you were saying something?
Actually,
sorry.
Jared just answered. I mean, I was asking, I was gonna ask about like what was the waiting period of time that you had to like, so you can get this. But so yeah, like 4 weeks or 5
I'd
weeks.
say
then?
turnaround time's probably about a month or more. Probably by the time Goosebumps really got its popularity, though, it probably took longer.
Mhm.
If I had to
Yeah, and
guess.
honestly, I don't remember exactly how long it took to get this, but I remember just sending away for things. It always took like at least a month, and so you had to just be patient and kind of forget about it. And then when it does come,
Right.
you're surprised again, like, oh yeah, great, yeah. Because when you're a kid too, like a month is a very long time,
Yeah.
so long,
Oh,
because
even as
it
an adult.
is. Yeah, I know. Well, when you're an adult, like time flies, but when you're a kid, I feel like each month is such a large percentage of your whole life up to that point. Do you know what I mean? As opposed
right.
to older, a month is such a small fraction of time compared to like, I'm 37 now, so it's not.
Well, as
not
a
that
kid
bad.
too, you're eagerly sending that in and then like wanting that stuff. So you got to wait
Yeah.
like I've heard upwards of 6 months. So that's almost like a month and a half that you'd have to wait for that.
Well, we're experiencing that right now with the figurines, right, from Trick or Treat.
Well, that's a
Oh,
different
yeah,
let me
story.
tell you, dude, the outrage I see for people that are impatient for it is insane.
It'll
Like, there
come,
was a
yeah. I
dude
mean,
in that,
and you want it to be
in that
good
fan
quality.
club, or in that fan club group on Facebook who just like, oh, dude, he lost his shit, and everybody was just like, dude, calm down. It's like,
It's
God,
like,
you know what? Delays happen.
Nobody's
That
happy
does. It's
about
not
it,
their
but it's
fault
like,
either.
well, not to
Yeah.
mention, it's probably out of things that are out of anyone's control. So it's like, don't be getting mad
Yeah.
at the company about that. That's not their fault.
The factory or shipping thing. It was like the Slappy mask and the Mud Monster mask. They were on like a different ship or whatever they were shipping on, so they were delayed like 2-3 weeks. No big deal.
You just
Same thing with
wait.
this. They're like, I've been waiting like a year for this. And I'm like, dude, I've been waiting longer than that. I was like, I've been waiting almost 30 years for figures. But for real, I have been waiting longer than that, but it was just because, like, thankfully, like, when I go to conventions, Chris Zeffro is there, and he doesn't even know my actual name. I'm just the Goosebumps guy. He's like, have you seen what we're doing? I'm like, no, but I want to see it right now. And he'll show me on his phone, like, that's how I found out about the figures. He showed me the prototypes. I was like, oh my God. I was like, how would I know about this, Chris? You guys have not posted anything about this yet. But oh, dude, I lost my shit when I saw that, and wish he would have let me take pictures. But I get why not. But
Still, you got to see it
yeah, I
early.
mean, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
That
got to
very
see it
soon.
early, and at the time, this was before the podcast, so the only person I told was Bjorn. It's like, dude, check this out. We're getting figures. I was like, I can't show you pictures or nothing. I was like, but here's the ones they are. I didn't know about the Build-A-Figure Curly, so that was a nice surprise, though. But
Well,
I mean, it's just one of those things. You got to be patient.
Yep.
I mean, it sucks,
yeah.
and that's where, like you said, as a kid, patience out the window. You don't have that shit. It is now or never.
All
So,
right, so here we got
kind of in a way, I'm okay without getting that, because I think I would have like gone insane waiting for that every day in the mail.
yeah.
I just forgot about it. Like, focus on other things, and then it'll be a surprise sometime in March.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of
That's the thing. It
my
comes as a surprise.
philosophy.
So, then you're just like, you forget about it and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
Which honestly, I think is rare anymore to be surprised by something being released or that you're waiting on, because we now have everything in the palm of our hand on the phone. We know before, like the figures, like we know they're coming. We know which ones. We know what they look like. Now the release date might change a little bit, but we'll know about it. It's not like a fan club box that you're waiting on from 3 months ago that you sent in a check or money order to this place to get it. So,
Well, speaking of which, we got the watch here, and I actually just noticed that there's like a slime effect on the wrist part strap, and then you got the Tales of Goosebumps ghost on there. That's really cool. And then I don't know what this is.
bandana.
The bandana.
Oh, it's a bandana. That's what
Bandana.
it is. You could look like a
I think it
Goosebumps
glows
gang
in the
member.
dark. I think.
What was
If
it?
I remember right. I think it glows in the dark.
I don't know, actually.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I do have it, but yeah, I haven't actually tested that one. That's interesting. Maybe.
What does the list say? I know that glows in the dark, but what does the list say?
Yeah.
Does it say
This says glow in the dark sticker sheet.
oh no.
No,
No,
Doesn't say
I guess it
here.
doesn't
It
glow.
glows in
I
the dark,
could've- I
apparently.
thought it did, but maybe I guess it doesn't.
Maybe with the black light, it might give you that effect.
Could be.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, because Halloween, like I had my, it was purple, but it's the same as a black light. So maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know.
Well, here we got the those glow in the dark stickers. It's pretty neat. I like it. I wonder if it's you can kind of see the
Interesting
highlights on
choices.
like the mouth areas Like, I wonder if that's like the glow in the dark part.
Yeah, that because it's got on the eyes and the mouth for most of the characters that have eyes and mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it. Interesting. So yeah, that was the 1996 box. Like I said, it's one that's usually you're gonna find on Mercari and eBay and stuff like that. It's one of the more common ones that you'll find. But next up, we got the 1997 Fan Club. And this was always the ad that I remembered personally seeing in the back of the books. The one with that's technically not Curly. That's just the the barbecue skeleton. But have a brand new box.
That's Curly, right there.
I mean, I guess that's Curly, but like Curly's got that awesome mohawk and that cool drip.
So, I think somebody lost their job with this one.
But yeah, Curly's all new shocking Goosebumps fan club back. Unbelievable, dudes. It's more exclusive new Goosebumps stuff to collect. Get the inside scary scoop on the latest books, the TV show, video games, and everything Goosebumps. So this pack came with a shipping box with a picture of Curly on a gravestone, folder, game sheets, zipper tag, glow-in-the-dark pen, wallet, notebook, Curly bio, sticker, and a subscription to the Scream. So what we got here? This is a fan club ad. I believe this was on one of the VHS inserts. Join the all-new Goosebumps fan club. Goosebumps, what does it say? To get your all-new Goosebumps fan club, fill out the coupon below and send it in with your check or money order. It looks like this one. Wait, what did that say? This is asking for $10.95. Oh wait, $10.95. That's $8.95 plus $2 shipping. I thought it was charging more on that ad. I was like, what? That's a scam.
I thought so too. I was like, that's why I said that. I was like, I think it's charging more.
Yeah, but anyway, we got the brand new box. I kind of like this one more. We talked about it last week, but I think this is a better box for the fan club stuff.
No, the coffin's the best. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, I kind of gotta go with the coffin shape. I think the coffin shape was great, and now it's not really practical for things that you send, but it was a cooler design.
I more like the design on this one because you got Curly and I like the effect on the Goosebumps logo there. I just think it's a more aesthetically pleasing one, but I mean, I think the shape box is cool. I'm not saying it's not.
The image, yeah. I think the art's really cool, like the image, but there's something about getting like a coffin-shaped box, which is just so out of the ordinary. I also have like a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the coffin-shaped box that came with like an audio cassette and stuff. I got that recently, but something cool about just that shape.
It is really cool. I personally prefer this one just because of the design. So here we got that glow-in-the-dark pen for the official Goosebumps fan club. There it is, glowing in the dark. Cool. That is really cool.
Now that we're talking about it, I think that might be a missed opportunity with Trick or Treat Studios and their figures for Goosebumps. I think the packaging should be a coffin and have like a little window box, the character face, and then you open the coffin and you can see the stuff that's inside, obviously, that it comes with and everything. But
I think it's a good idea.
That would be cool.
Especially since it's a Build-A-Figure Curly, you'll have like a skeleton piece in the coffin, so that's kind of cool. So
here we have.
I think that's what they should do. We haven't seen the packaging yet, but I don't think it's going to be that, but it should have been.
And we got that's the wallet. Here we got. I think this is the
giant fan club sticker.
Oh, that's a sticker. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, is that a decal or is that a sticker or not a decal? An iron-on. Here we got a folder.
Oh yeah.
Beware, papers protected by the curse of Curly.
That's wonderful. I love that.
We got a notepad.
Best notepad in the world.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of that one. So,
yeah.
I like the use of green on all these different items.
And what confuses me, like I was saying before, is I think I had that wallet. Like I kind of remember that being part of the fan club pack I got, but I didn't get this fan club.
Elvis got it.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
This one is, I don't know, it's brand new, basically.
Classic Velcro.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this pack, because I have the pack here with me, You
Oh.
see?
So cool. Yeah.
But I don't think that they actually use anything from here because I mean everything seems to be like still brand new.
That's perfect. Yeah.
But I think I'm only missing. I know there's the Scream newsletter, right? That came with it. I think it's four. Does it say for this one? Four or
I
five?
think it is another quarterly, yeah, so it should be
Description.
4.
But it's supposed to come with I think like more game sheets, but I only have one. So
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have three more for that. But then everything else is in here. I mean, we have the Boo dude, it's curly.
Yeah, the little curly bio.
But yeah, the sticker is big. Look at that.
Oh, dang.
it's a big
Yeah, that is
awesome.
more of a decal.
Yeah, it is very
Yeah,
big.
it's a big sticker.
And then the glow in the dark, which is really it's really cool. Dark one and the keychain, I guess. But yeah, it seems like whoever had this just basically never used it. They just kept it in the box and look, I even got this one, but I don't think it's part of it.
I don't think so either. I don't remember it being part of that one.
It says
Oh.
don't miss the Haunted Mask 2 on Fox TV, so
Oh,
probably
that's
not.
cool. Yeah, that doesn't look like it was part of this pack. Maybe it was part of a different pack and they threw it in or something.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's all in there. I think that's it.
Well, right here we have the 1998 Fan Club pack. And this one looks to be pretty similar.
This one has
7-1.
Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. I thought this one may have had that door hanger, but I don't. Never mind.
Let's
I was
see.
looking at that bio
So,
again.
it's got the same shipping box, same folder, game sheets, zipper tag, pen, wallet, notepad, curly bio, sticker, subscription to the Goosebumps or to the Scream newsletter, and a water bottle. So basically the same thing, just adding a water bottle to it.
And there's no water bottle picture here. So
Yeah.
It says act now and get a free gift. Send in your fan club membership form before May 1st, 1998, and we'll send you the Goosebumps water bottle.
Oh,
It was like a limited promotion thing that you had to send that one in.
maybe they had some spares from the 1996 fan clubs that they made up. So
Wouldn't be surprising if they cut corners.
yeah.
We got all these water bottles we gotta get rid of. Throw them in. All right, now we come to the really big one. This is the Goosebumps Fan Club 2000. So this obviously was to tie in with the, at the time, brand new series, Goosebumps Series 2000. Be the first one on your block to join the all-new Goosebumps Fan Club 2000. $8.95 plus $2 shipping. Your favorite fan club just
Got
got
like 20 of those right now.
now. Well, Elvis, I'm pretty sure that you have one of these.
I do, and it's complete.
Ah,
So yeah, it's
Amazing.
The only thing is that I don't see an address. There's no address here. So whoever had this, I don't know. It's kind of weird because I asked the person who was selling it. I think they bought it in a state and it was like in a closet or something, is what the person told me. They were gonna keep it for themselves originally because they're also a Goosebumps fan, but then they were like, "No, just sell it." um, but yeah, it's a weird thing, kind of rare, I would say, because there is a letter here that I don't see in the wiki, but let me show you. There it is. So it says Boo. Well, it's from the Scream team, so I don't know if you guys can see it here.
oh yeah.
Not super well, but a little bit.
Wow.
Hey, Boos and Ghouls. Thanks for signing up for the official Goosebumps Fan Club. We know that you originally signed up for the 1997-1998 Goosebumps Fan Club, but Scholastic has created an all-new, even better, fantastic Goosebumps Series 2000 Fan Club, and we wanted you to be one of the first to be a member. We hope you are excited as we are about this fabulous new fan club. Thanks for being such a great fan and keep on reading. Enjoy, the Scream team. And then below it says GB letter.
Goosebumps
So
letter.
I don't know. I guess the person was one of the first to get this, I guess, but still there's no address on it, which makes it even more like rare. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah, I would say it's like if you found it on an estate and it had no address on it, and they have a letter in there saying, "Yeah, we know you signed up for those fan club packs, but we want you to try this one." I'm willing to bet that maybe it was like, Scholastic sent them out to a few
Wonder.
select people.
Yeah, I wonder since that was maybe like a promotion version, if it was like shipped in a different box, like it had a protection box on it, rather than shipped in that box, which is why it has no address.
Possible. Honestly, if that is the case, then you do have a really rare version on your hands.
Oh my God.
I think it's already very rare, isn't
that
it?
Would make sense.
It's already very rare.
yeah,
and
it's
the rare's
already
going
rare.
up, so
Like way more rare, yeah. You might have got lucky on the jackpot of the Series 2000 fan club packs because, dude, I find them once in a while, but like they're never complete, and they're asking like $300-400, and I'm like, it's not complete. If it was complete, I would do it. But I'm like, no, can't do it.
So
They always
in
get bothered.
the pack, we got a baseball cap. That cap, by the way, and we'll take a closer look at it. That's Bjorn's that he usually wears on the podcast. So he's always sporting that one. We got a notepad, scary poster, to die for decal, spooky stickers, 4 different color postcards, a welcome letter, and the Scream newsletter, 5 issues per membership. So you got 5 in a year instead of 4. So here we have a picture of everything in the pack together. So yeah, so that welcome letter is different than the one that you had just showed off, Elvis.
I also have that one too. It's right here, but I guess this is the standard one. I'm guessing. Trying to open it.
I would think so. That was probably the one that was sent out to like all the ones that signed up later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate to say common to the Fan Club 2000
Yeah.
Club pack, but
So here we got
I mean,
that hat.
that was the
I really
common one, I
liked.
guess.
And then we got, this is the sticker sheet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So we got, obviously we got the art from the Series 2000, and then we have the Mary Ellen that says, "I'm no dummy." And then the Mrs. Marg that says, "Teacher's pet, not." Very clever. And then this is the scary poster of
That's a
Crying
big
Cat
poster.
of Rip.
It's a big poster.
So here we got that box. And I think we said this last week, but I think this is probably our favorite of all the boxes.
Yes.
It is pretty cool. Yeah.
It does look really cool because you got Rip's, face right there peeking through, but it also just looks like a
Ripping the
normal
box.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it's tearing through a normal box. Here's the back.
Which is really cool.
Here we got those postcards, one for each book. And
As much as I love the OG 62, man, there was just a vibe about Series 2000 that was just,
Oh, definitely. I mean, you just look at, like, going back to this picture of all the stuff. Did you guys freeze up? Oh, there we go.
just how to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're going back to, like, this picture here with all the stuff. Like, I don't know. It doesn't have, like, all the things like the pens and everything like that, but there's just something about the Series 2000 art that just looks really, really cool in a pack like that. I don't know what it is. It's hard to put into words, but that's how
You
I
get the
see
impression that maybe this is more just grown up. Because, I mean, by this time, they were trying to appeal to the same generation of kids who were getting older, right? And they wanted something scarier.
Yeah.
And
Kind of
it
going
looks
more
like-
that early teen audience.
Yeah, and it looks like some of the objects here, some of the items, they seem a little more, like they have postcards I mean, what's a 8-year-old, 9-year-old going to do with postcards, right? But somebody who's maybe 10, 11, 12, like maybe they could make use of a postcard, right?
That's
So
what
it's
I'm thinking.
possible they were just trying to include items that maybe older kids would have been more interested in, but who knows?
Also, if you got that fan club pack, they probably figured you had the other ones too. We already gave you pins and stuff. Now you
True.
can use those pins on those postcards.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you gotta use.
Yeah, they can't give you another pen or a pencil. You have enough of those.
Exactly.
So here we have a close up on that welcome letter. It says, "Are you prepared to be scared? Now that you're a member, you'll get exclusive inside scoop on everything that's happening with R.L. Stine's Goosebumps Series 2000. That means you'll be the first to get all the chilling details about the new Goosebumps books, games, toys, TV episodes, and more. The news will shock you. Enjoy your stuff in the fan club pack, and look for your first issue of the official fan club newsletter, The Scream, which is coming to your mailbox soon. You'll get Jesus Christ. You'll get a new newsletter every 2 months throughout your 1 year membership. Read it and scream." And then this is the notepad.
Which I like, but I think that's the only thing I like more from the previous stuff was the green notepad with the Goosebumps
Yeah.
tag on and stuff. More than
I mean,
that one.
the rip one looks cool, but it
That
also
one's-
looks really faded.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know, the other one pops more. Plus, green's my favorite color, and it goes with Goosebumps, so I think I prefer that one.
Well,
That's
another
the
thing
only
too is
thing
that because you have
That would change.
the image of Rip at the top, and it's taken up like a good corner of the page, you have less room to write your
Yeah.
notes in. So
Plus,
cool, though.
the bottom jargon of the logos and everything else. So,
yeah,
I mean, you got like 1/4 of that page to actually write anything on.
make the most of it.
And at an angle at that. I mean, you'd have to write it slanted to get the full use out of all that space.
So here we
Not
have
practical, man.
this was a advertisement for the 2000 fan club on the side of a cereal box. I don't know which cereal box, but it says your favorite fan.
Count Chocolate. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, Count Chocolate, I think, had a Series 2000. I have that box somewhere.
Yeah, I think it would have to be Count Chocula because it's the only one that advertised Series 2000, I think. So
There was, I don't know.
Too, but that's different. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like there was another cereal or food product that did, but
probably Honey Smacks, I think, something like that. But
Something that is also part of that, but I don't see it there in the wiki, is the newsletter.
Mhm.
I wonder. I know it says that. I guess that we're gonna have 4 for the year, right? I only have
5 for this one, actually.
yeah,
I
talk
wonder
about one
if they
every
actually-
2 months.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually sent the other 4, if like they're out, because I know they were like, Goosebumps was like having that issue at the end. But yeah, I wonder if there are more of these, because this one was really hard to find. The only way I could get this one was to get the previous fan club that I just showed you guys. So, but yeah, I don't know if there are more of these. It would be great to find.
Definitely.
I don't think I've ever seen really any of those for sale.
Me neither.
I want to say there might be at least one more that I've seen, but that's few and far between. Either if they're out there, I imagine that they're
really?
very rare.
So here we go. We got quite a few images.
Well, these are the green ones, but the purple Series 2000,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just never see them.
So let's look over here.
Yeah, I don't see them individually for sale, but and even Goosebumps Guru, who somehow finds like all this really rare, crazy stuff of Goosebumps, and I still to this day can't figure out how. I don't think I've ever seen him really sell one either, like by itself.
Yeah.
From Series 2000.
Yeah.
This one was from September, October 1996. There's a R.L. Stine Super Scoop, and then there's an advertisement for the Haunted Library right down here.
Yeah.
So the Don't Make Me Laugh, Halloween Game, Bad Dog that were on the Pepsi promotions.
So yeah, I have a few of these.
So what do we got? We got Around the Globe with Goosebumps. So there's that atrocious French haunted mask cover.
It's
And
pretty
then
bad.
yeah, it's terrible. Spiral of Scares. We got a little message decoder. Bumps bulletin board. What's new for Goosebumps? So we can see it came from Ohio. Don't Go to Sleep, Blah that Ate Everyone, Secret Agent Grandma, just a bunch of the new books.
Which is still one of my favorite titles.
Yeah, Secret Agent
Secret
Grandma.
Agent.
That is really good.
So ridiculous, but it's so good at the same time.
Inside Deep Trouble 2, you could win big prizes. 5 grand prize winners, an all expense paid trip for you to meet and have dinner with R.L. Stine, plus a signed copy of It Came from Ohio. What
That'd be
is this?
cool.
Your ticket to Horrorland, super creepy CD-ROM takes you to the creepiest place on earth. So that was for the CD-ROM game. Goosebumps mystery dog named Meet Drool.
Yeah,
He's
I think I have
ferocious.
that one.
I like that. Hey fans, don't miss the Werewolf of Fever Swamp on
I want
Fox,
that
May 17th at 7.
Advertisement down there. A display.
Whoa, I was just about to say that. This
Postcards.
is awesome. What is that?
That's postcards.
Isn't it Scare Shack or
It's a
something?
Yeah,
For
check out the Goosebumps Scare Shack this summer. You asked for it, you got it. More ghoulish Goosebumps stuff than ever before will be available to fans this summer. Look for the fearsome Scare Shack where you buy books. Some stores will even be giving away Goosebumps collector cards and buttons to diehard fans. So it looks like it would be like just a spot for books and
that was nowhere near me. Wherever that was, it wasn't here.
have yourself a chilling
Never saw that.
Howl Day season. Scare up some winter fun with the newest, coolest collection of Goosebumps gear, games, and more. There's something special and spooky for nearly every ghoul lover on your gift list, and of course for you. So there's the Disney audiobooks, games and puzzles, and don't miss other stuff too, like sneakers from Angelettes, Goosebumps figurines you can collect with your friends, and even Goosebumps party supplies featuring the Scream's own Curly. This holiday season, make yourself some monster blood and serve it up in a Goosebumps cup. And then we also got Goosebumps, the roller skates and the skateboards down here.
Which are rare.
Yeah. Are those
You can get those
rollerblades?
skates
Or-
with the box. Oh, dude.
It's so weird to see
things
like
are-
advertisements for those items because they're so rare. And then you just go back to a time when
Rare.
like that was just being like, hey, get this now.
I
know,
went on
it's
Facebook
crazy.
Live a few months ago, and I just put like I think it was Goosebumps scare something skateboard or something like that. And then it showed up a post about a guy selling that for like $50. But the thing is that the person found it in a garage sale, I think, for like $10. So then they just flipped it really quickly. But I guess they had no idea what its actual worth, you know.
That's true
Yeah.
value. Yeah, because it's funny because a lot of that Goosebumps sports stuff, maybe it's just because they didn't make a ton of it for that line. And it goes for so much money. Skateboards, especially the inline skates that still have the green rubber or whatever that is on the wheels. I guess because that's come off over the years for some people. That's why I've had people look and ask me if I have it with the green. I'm like, I don't even have the skates, bro. Like, I wish I did, but if I get them, I want them with the box.
Well, you see all
And
these
if you do that, you're
Yeah.
spending tons of cash.
all these kids who were reading these Goosebumps books. Were they really into sports? I don't know. I wasn't.
I wasn't.
I was busy reading.
I was.
I was gonna say, I was busy reading Goosebumps.
More.
I didn't have time for sports.
Yeah, so that might be part of the reason. Maybe that's why, like, all the bike helmets and the rollerblades they're just really hard to find now because they just didn't make that many. They weren't that popular.
So this one is Goosebumps Summer Survival Strategies. We got Deep Trouble and Ghost Camp and Curse of Camp Cold Lake. We got some Dear Curly. Dear Curly, could you help me, Curly? There's something horrifying that I get every day except Friday. It's called homework. Dear Nicole, Horrors. Dudette, I've been there. Homework can be a total terror, but hey, everyone's got to do it. I used to study my subjects. Algebra was the worst. What was that? Algebra was the worst. Right when I got home to the crypt from ghoul school, it wasn't so bad if I just did it instead of thinking about how much I dreaded it. So go for it, ghoul, and you'll be fine.
What does
At least you didn't get homework on Fridays, because I did. My school gave no fucks. They were like, homework, homework, homework.
There's one at the end that says, "I saw my dad eating weird green stuff." Should I do? What
Oh, yeah.
I can't see that.
Yeah.
Ask for a bite, of course.
Okay.
What is this one? This morning I heard an evil dummy laugh just like Slappy's. I think it was him under my bed. What do you think? Cool. I guess I loved reading about that creepy old blockhead as much as you did. It makes me shiver just to think of Slappy being real, but then we both know Slappy is just a piece of wood with a real bad attitude and a creation of R.L. Stein's super incredible imagination. I wonder who wrote this. I think you have a great imagination too. Congratulations. I think that was a general like cry for help. It's just like help, he's under my bed. He's just like, oh, congratulations.
I expect nothing less of Curly.
Yeah. Dear Curly, I read the book Stay Out of the Basement. Have you ever been friends with a giant Venus flytrap plant? Dear Vanessa, you betcha. Well, not a giant Venus flytrap, but plenty of little guys. They keep me company in my crypt, and they love eating meat. It would be pretty cool to have a big one, but too bad, dude. Man-eating, or should I say skeleton-eating, plants are only in books.
Clearly, they've never seen Little Shop of Horrors. So
Exactly.
Sometimes they're in plays, stage musicals.
Dear Curly, my sister talks too much. I think she has 5 other mouths. What should I do? Dear Keith, maybe your sister is really a mutant. What an honor for you. Then again, maybe she's just like most sisters, who can be a real pain at times. My advice is to make like a poltergeist and disappear when she starts to yammer. Good luck. What was that?
I do wonder who wrote those, because it definitely wasn't R.L. Stein. He wouldn't have the time. They wouldn't. Yeah, he's doing other stuff. But yeah, there must have been some writer that they hired to pretend to be
good
Curly.
sense of humor. What do we got here? Goosebumps Halloween Countdown. Hey, fan club members, here's the ultimate. You heard it here first. Sneak peek at Goosebumps stuff coming this fall. So we got Werewolf Skin, Welcome to Dead House VHS tape, and the Attack of the Mutant computer game. So
Yeah, why don't they still do this? I mean, I would have a newsletter. I would love that,
I know.
about all the new Goosebumps stuff coming out each year. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Goosebumps TV is back. You wanted more Goosebumps TV, and now you'll get it. The Goosebumps TV series, seen throughout the country on Fox Kids, is now in its 2nd season, and it's delivering more thrills and chills than ever. You've lived in the small screen terror of Say Cheese and Die, Fan with the Auditorium. It came from beneath the sink in other Goosebumps classics. Now get set for another round of horror. Rumor has it we might see the likes of Monster Blood, Gully Worms, and Ghost Beach in living color, but who knows? Maybe your ghoulish Goosebumps favorites will be a part of this Goosebumps TV lineup. The only way to know for sure is to watch. And remember, viewer beware, you're in for a scare. Then we got one of those over here. Goosebumps bulletin board, and then some sneak peeks. Beware the Snowman, Calling All Creeps, some of the TV Presents books. I think that's it. I think that's all we can see for now. So moving on, we have another thing to look at really quick. That's the Goosebumps Collectors Club. So the Collectors Club, as it says on the wiki, sent books in addition to collectible items and was active from 1998 to 1999. Ads could be found as tearouts in the original series books 59 through 62 and various Series 2000 books. For the ad found in the OG books, the expiration date was December 31st, 1998. The Series 2000 books listed them as December 31st, 1999. It included a G logo iron-on, a Scarazine letter, Stay Out of the Basement gallery art with stand, Screaming Keychain, Bookends, Magic Changing Picture, Curly Slappy membership card, and original series books 1 through 3. And then subsequent mailings would be the next 3 books, another gallery art print, and the latest Scarazine newsletter. So this was the original ad. So this one was a little different than the fan club, but it looks like they gave you more substantial stuff because you were actually getting books and the Scarazine newsletter, which was different from the screen.
Scarazine newsletters are very expensive nowadays, individually. But if you can find a whole set, that's great. But it is very expensive.
Yeah,
which is really kind of crazy because the gallery art prints, like I have a couple, they're not really that expensive. Like the most expensive thing out of all this is the Scarazines. I wish I knew why, but
well, that's the thing. Most of the stuff like
annoying, they're actually pretty cool.
And the bookends, I feel like I saw other places besides this fan club. And then, of course, you're getting the first 3 books in the series, though. You know, those books were way old at this point. This was like right at the end of the original series. Elvis just showed the membership card.
This is the membership card.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. I love the slapping curly they use for that one.
Best thing is that it's never been used. I mean, there's no name on it.
I accept the dare of a challenging spooky scare, a spooktacular reading scare.
Yeah, this came. I had to purchase like a whole lot of cards. I think they were like $25 plus shipping. But I found this one there. The funny thing is that a few days ago, I found another one of these that's supposed to be on. But yeah, like if you check the price for these, I don't know why they're asking a lot of money for it, but I mean, it's also a membership card, kind of rare in a way, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I saw one for like $1,500. I don't know why.
That's pretty crazy.
That is nuts.
I've said it before on this podcast, but I swear, like these people are out of their minds for the money they ask for certain items. Like, and if they get it, good for them because they found someone who will pay that price. But most of that stuff I don't feel is worth that much money.
So when I was just kind of browsing on eBay one time, I found this lot of Goosebumps books, and it also came with one of these lithograph things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So and it came with a Scarazine. Ooh, and it was all like $20 altogether. So it was really cool. And this is up to this time, this is still my only Scarazine because, like Nick was saying, they're just individually people want to charge like $50 for them, and it's just too much.
So can you tell us a little bit about what was inside those Scarazines?
Well, so I didn't have them when I was a kid, but yeah. So this one here, you can see it's a Scarazine number 13. It looks like it has a lot of activities. So we have a little bit about R.L. Stine here. You can see him. Oh, sorry, playing the part of the headless ghost. It looks like on the steps, but. Yeah, and so they'll have some information about some of the latest books that are coming out. Here we have a whole page about real-life monsters like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster. If you look inside, we have something that I think Tim Jacobus actually mocked up. It's a how to draw type thing for how I got my shrunken head. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I love it. And I think that the guy on Instagram, Boo Dude, it's Curly, I think he might have some of those original how to draw things from Tim. Mm-hmm. They're best buds for some reason, which is great. Good for him.
And he's got quite a good collection of rare items.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
I've actually gotten some really good stuff from him myself. Really cool dude. So
yeah, he is.
Definitely go check out his collection if you guys haven't. On his Instagram, Boo Dude is Curly. Mm-hmm. He's got a really good collection of stuff.
And he's a really cool guy. Yeah, I talked to him several times, but yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Elvis, you got a Scarazine too, right?
Yeah, so this one also came with the I got this when I got from Boo Dude, it's Curly, also the fan club. I got this scary scene, and this one comes signed by Tim Jacobus.
So
Oh
cool.
wow.
This is scary scene number 4. So, well, I first of all, I love this. It gives me the vibe from like the Trooper from Iron Maiden. I don't know. Yeah, that's what comes to mind. Inside, it starts with chilling with R.L. Stein.
That's a great picture of him.
Yeah.
And it talks about horoscopes. It also shows how to draw. I think this is for, how to draw a ghost. I don't know if you guys can see it there.
Oh, at
Oh,
first I
yeah.
thought it was just empty, just like a blank.
Yeah.
Well, you're not
Here's your ghost.
Comes with also the haunted acrostic. I guess like
Oh
this.
wow.
That is cool.
That is cool.
And then talks about how to make your own haunted mask.
Ooh.
Let's see there. I think it.
This looks
Nick, I
cool.
think you need that one.
Yeah, Nick would need that one.
I may be the one scare scene I have to track down now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that's basically.
So it looks like the scary zines were part of the collectors club as opposed to the fan club. The fan club got you the stream, but the collectors club got you to the scary zine. Here is I don't know if this was on the website, but here we have an ad for the Goosebumps fan club. It says, if you love to read R.L. Stein's #1 best-selling book series, you'll want to join the Goosebumps fan club. Your annual membership includes yada yada yada, all that stuff. And then it has a address for the American fan club and the Canadian fan club. And then next up we got, so this is another ad for the collectors club, pretty much the same. And then I don't know where this one was from. Scholastic book clubs. So like I said, it has the 3 books, the membership, Scarazine, decal, all that stuff. Now, closer looks at some of the other things. So this is what it looked like when it came in the mail. Not as glamorous as the fan club packs. They just put it in a plastic thing.
Wrapped it up, yeah.
Yeah.
With a rubber band. Wrapped it
Rubber
up
band, yeah.
with a rubber band.
So there's a closer look
that's
at
terrifying.
that. There we got the reading is a scream, the little sound maker.
Green box.
The iron-on decal, which is very yellow, very piss yellow, might I add. And then that's the back of the iron-on. And then these are the gallery arts. There's many of these. So Stay Out of the Basement was the one that came with the intro pack. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, Night of the Living Dummy, Ghost Next Door, Werewolf Fever Swamp.
Are there like 18 or 19 of these? Does
I
anybody
think
know?
so. Looks like it.
I think so.
I was trying to find out too at one point when I got this first how I got my shrunken head. Yeah, I heard there was about 20.
Yeah, so we got, dang it, I went all the way up to Haunted School. My God. Yeah, so
No, they were random. They weren't all in order or anything. Because they never did like an original Haunted Mask one, but they did Haunted Mask 2.
yep, there's 18 of these. So 18 of these gallery arts. And then closer look at some of the Scarazines. This was #1. Then we got, hold on, #2 and #3.
So yeah, Tim is still doing the art for all of these, and I think weren't they also used for the calendars?
Yeah.
These images look like they were somewhere else.
This one was
somewhere.
More Tales to Give You Goosebumps, and then this one was the Monster Edition 3. This one I
Right.
think was made
That's
for this and the calendar.
Right. Okay.
Where to skate my. So let's see what these ones had. R.L. Stein and the Real Dead House, a hair-raising experiment, the truth about making monster blood, how to draw Goosebumps with Tim Jacobus. And then the second one has Why R.L. Stein Loves His Mummy, Say Cheese and Die Laughing, R.L. Stein's Top 10 Tips for Writing a Story. And this one says, a scary look at illustrator Tim Jacobus' studio, how to draw a ventriloquist dummy the Goosebumps way, Goosebumps Around the World, and Scarecrossed Inside the Puzzle Crypt. All right. So, oh wow, looking at the trivia down here, it says the 1997 fan club ad accidentally refers to the skeleton cook
There you
on
go.
the cover of St. Cheese and Die is Curly. This
Yep.
appears to have been a common mistake used on several pieces of merchandise.
One got fired, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they must have.
It's like the Simpsons bit. It's like, boy, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Well, that was all the Goosebumps fan clubs, collector clubs. Like we said, you know, they were basically over the course of the 90s. But once it got to after Series 2000, they died out. And just like the rest of the books did. And when they came back in '08 for Horrorland, these sort of fan club packs were not really set in stone anymore. And they ended up going in the way of websites and online games like with Enter Horrorland and stuff like that. But since then, since the 90s, there's never been anything like this before. So
I would freaking join now because they took this whole new Goosebumps series that just started again. They're using the old logo, it seems. So I think it's a great time with the show, new season that starts. By the time this episode airs, we should be having all those episodes already. But man, I think it's a missed opportunity. Like they seem to not care, I guess, about Goosebumps at Scholastic as much as we do. But
It's not just Scholastic and Goosebumps though. I think fan clubs just aren't really around anymore. I mean, even with was there like a Harry Potter fan club? At least there was no ads in the books.
I don't
And
know.
even
So probably not to the same extent as Goosebumps.
yeah, and like
Also, like
all these other big book series.
that's the thing. There's things
I
like
Survived,
Culture
there's nothing.
Fly, and all these other that have like collector boxes. So I mean, even if Scholastic didn't want to do them themselves, they could outsource this to something like Culture Fly, like they do with like Supernatural and a bunch of other shows. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, even something like was it Hot Topic or something, that is kind of more in the Goosebumps lane.
well, yeah, they do like loot crates and
Could do
stuff
something
like that.
Yeah.
I think
So I
those
mean, I
days
don't
of
see
like
where that'd be.
yeah, those days of having those little extra goodies in your books, like the bookmarks, the stickers. It's not just Goosebumps. None of them have it anymore, as far as I can tell. I haven't seen any. And it used to be like all the Goosebumps knockoffs. They would have tattoos and stickers, and Babysitters Club would have bookmarks. I have like a sealed Babysitters Club book that has a bracelet, like a friendship bracelet in it. But they nothing like that for any books now, and even like the embossing they don't do for any of those books. So everything's just been scaled back, and I think that's part of the reason why we don't even get the fan club anymore.
That's such an interesting point because you go back to the original Goosebumps books and they have the things like the embossing on the covers, so like the slime rises off the cover, and they just don't do that. The Goosebumps books now are too smooth.
Yeah.
They're too clean and pristine. I don't know. It just takes away from the fun. And same thing with fan clubs. I feel like fan clubs have also gone the way of the internet. Because there's forum chats and group chats and social media now, it's like you don't need to sign up for a fan club per se, or to the extent of like what used to have to be done back in the 90s to express your fandom. You can just do whatever you want now. So that's
I mean, there is. I mean, and there's Facebook groups, like the one we're in. Shameless plug, but I'm a mod for it, so
well, that's
if you're a
the thing.
Goosebumps fan, you should look it up.
If you want a great Goosebumps,
it's Goosebumps Ultimate Fan Club. We
on
are
Facebook,
listed
yep.
as a fan club.
Yeah,
So
if you want to join
there's that, but you don't get all the cool goodies though, that like the box and all the keychains and the stickers and the like scarezines or hats or whatever they throw in.
Yeah.
All those are like on a mass produced scale, super cheap to do. Even by today's inflation standards, that's super cheap to do.
Well, that's the thing. All these things in these fan club packs are super like. It's not that they were throwing out like really expensive stuff. It was pretty,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to me, it makes no sense why they
Well,
can't
now they're
bring
all
it back.
very
Still
expensive.
charge like 20 to 30 bucks for one. I would buy two. One to open, one to keep sealed. I could do with most of my stuff.
So I didn't mention it before. I didn't think of it, but when we were going over the 1996 one, I didn't know if I should like show off mine at all.
Oh
But,
yeah, sure.
yeah. But so I got this for 25 bucks on Mercari. I was talking about it the last time we all met. But I don't know if they showed all the different angles of this box on the site here, but you see it has like some like blood, monster blood or something in here dripping.
Oh, that's
It's
cool. It
kinda
almost looks like a
Rest in
book too.
peace. Yeah. So just some other kind of stuff. And I was so excited that I got this for 25 bucks because I've seen others on eBay just selling the box by itself for like 100 bucks or maybe with like a couple other items. But yeah, came with all this awesome loot. Some of it is, or most of it I think was in that list of what came with the original fan club pack. But I also, I had this mini book from the Haunted Library, and also like Taco Bell toys. There were just a lot of random stuff like collectible trading cards. So I don't know if like some of this stuff did end up getting thrown into these packs. Like if you ordered, I don't know, the fan club pack in the middle of the year versus at the beginning of the year when they first started putting them together. I think they might have put other things in there as well. Because when I got mine when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure it had a wallet, even though I got it in the 96 pack. So I don't know. I do have, let me see here. I have this kind of like welcome card. I got, it came with a bunch of these screams, these newsletters. So yeah, it was really exciting. Got
It's really
pencils.
cool. You got all that, basically everything from that pack plus a bunch of other stuff, and you got that for $25. That's a great
I think
deal.
I think I have everything except for maybe just the water bottle and there might have been one other thing. I can't remember now. But yeah, I got this one as well. All these stickers. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty exciting.
Really cool.
If you just keep looking, eventually you can find these things for like really cheap, but
Definitely. Yeah. But I mean,
Take
just,
a while.
yeah.
but just like, going through all that and just seeing all the little knickknacks, it really does suck that they don't do anything like that anymore in terms of Goosebumps because you're right, Nick. Like in the time of like loot crates and stuff like that, I feel like it could definitely be done. That you just throw a bunch of random Goosebumps stuff in a box and call it a day.
Oh yeah. I mean, even if they go back and like rehash the old stuff that was in those old fan club packs and put them into this, I'd buy it all over again.
Yeah.
Because why not? For one, I mean, all that stuff is kind of expensive now anyway. But I mean, I think they'd be good sellers. I mean, Goosebumps is kind of hitting a peak again. It will never be what it was in the 90s, so don't misinterpret my words here. But I mean, when you think about it, like we've talked about on here, you've got Tots making stuff, Cavity Colors is doing Goosebumps stuff like left and right. Man, I can't even keep up. I've had to skip some stuff just because I can't afford to just keep. And I have so many shirts, it's ridiculous. I shouldn't be buying
Time
them.
of recording
But I
this-
literally just bought another one today.
Exactly.
Because
I was
Cavity
just going to
Colors
say
got that art and it looked bitchin'.
Yeah, no,
It looks
no,
so cool.
get it.
It's so cool.
It was
Yeah.
that Monster Mash shirt, man. I had to get it. So I was
Yeah.
like,
at the time we were recording this episode, Cavity Colors released a brand new shirt today, and I bought mine too. I was gonna go for the hoodie, but I ended up going for the comfort version.
Yeah, I couldn't get another hoodie. It made no sense. I have like 4 or 5.
Well, for me too, I like the decal to be on the front and then like the extra text in the back as opposed to the other way around. Because there's not many instances where like somebody's looking at the back of my clothing.
All right. Well, that's
I
like, for instance, the Haunted Mask one. Of course, I had to do this anyway, but I bought the shirt because the pattern's on the front, but I bought the zip hoodie too because the pattern's on the back, but it had the cheese splat on the front.
I
I gotta
got
give special.
They got me there. I had to do it.
Yeah, I got to give a special shout out to two different things related to the Goosebumps fan clubs. One is the promo that they would put on the VHS tapes, with the one I remember the most is the Tony J one, where they go through the different books, but it would end with write us to get information how to join the all new Goosebumps Fan Club. So like I would imagine most people found out about the fan club either through the book advertisements or that one on the tapes. The other one I got to give special shout out to Nightmare Fueled Entertainment, who honestly I hope we bring on the podcast someday. He did a video that was mailing the Goosebumps fan club in 2022. Where he took one of the slips, he put his check and his money order in there, and he sent it out. And 7 weeks later, he ended up getting a letter from Scholastic that just had his envelope, and it just said, "We're sorry, this is unavailable," and that was it. So
7 weeks.
That's kind of a cool little piece of, I don't know, of the collection to have, a letter from Scholastic saying,
yeah,
we
just
don't have this
like,
anymore.
sorry, bub, you're too
But
late.
what if we all of us Goosebumps fans sent that in and showed them we want another fan club pack? They have to send all of that back.
That's your homework
All
for
that
this
money,
week, Goosebumps
all that
fans.
stuff.
You're gonna
So yeah, everybody out there who's watching this, send it in to Scholastic.
You know what
Send
would
you
be
checks
cool, though?
and money
If you
orders.
did send that in and they sent you one. Like, what if they just had a back stock and they're just like, well, I guess we got to do
Hey,
it.
you know what? If Bjorn was on here, he'd tell you, and I think he's told the story on here before, but he did send a long time ago something to Scholastic and was like, hey, I wanted to get this or something. And they were just like, well, we don't have that, but we have this. And it turned out to be like almost every single one of the Scarazines that they sent him. I think he was only missing one or something.
Oh, wow.
And some other shit. Like,
Yeah, they
just
said they
had
found it
there.
in
They're
like
here you
just
go.
a cabinet.
Thanks.
Like, they just found it in like
Yeah, it
a
was just
cabinet
there.
somewhere.
Yeah, just lady was like, here you go, thanks. Thanks for being a Goosebumps fan. We can't give you a fan club pack or whatever, but here's this. Oh,
Well-
cool. This is worth way more, so thanks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You honestly made my day better somehow. So thank you.
Oh, based on that, something I've noticed is that a lot of people, since has become more popular over the few years, people are like going into the attics and basements and start checking what they had.
Yeah.
A few months ago, I came across this. It's called Scholastic Book Fair book cover or something like that. So it's like I think it's from 1994. So I asked the lady, "Where did you get this?" And she's like, "Oh, my husband had it in his attic since he was a kid, and we forgot it was there." I was like, "All right." So I'm guessing a lot more people are like checking what they have from their childhood and just selling it off now. I'll share that with you guys. I'll show you pictures about that. But yeah, I've never seen. Well, I think there's one right now on eBay, but they're asking a lot of money just for one. And I think I think it was two or three. But I've never seen that before. I guess you would just get that at the Scholastic Book Fair. So yeah, a lot more people are just checking their attics and selling everything they have there from their childhood. Some.
Yeah.
It's because all of us who grew up in the 90s, now we have real jobs. And so we can actually like afford these things now. And I do feel that that's part of the reason we're getting like all this new Goosebumps content, because we've now come of age and now we can actually afford this stuff. A lot of us have kids of our own. We want to share it with our kids. And so, yeah, I think hopefully it'd be great if we got some other new fan club pack for Goosebumps. That would be amazing.
It doesn't have to be, a remnant of a bygone era. Like, just
give me House of Shivers. I'll buy it.
Doesn't have to, but it should be.
Of course.
or like God, like you guys were talking before about like just like a little figurine or a bookmark coming attached to like new Goosebumps books. Like they were doing that when I was like getting into the series with Horrorland and stuff like that. I remember I since lost it and I hate myself for losing it. They did a 2-pack of When the Ghost Dog Howls and Little Shop of Hamsters, and it had a little glow-in-the-dark ghost dog that came with it, and you only got it at the Scholastic Book Fair. Again, hate myself that I lost that, but there's like stuff like that. Just like do the little novelty things. It's just so much cooler to go into a store or go somewhere and buy Goosebumps.
Started doing some. I know when I took my daughter to her Scholastic Book Fair years ago, she wasn't looking for Goosebumps, but I was. So I grabbed I think it was like a 2-pack, but it came with a UV pen, so you could write invisible, and then you turn on UV light and you can see what you wrote, secret message. But the pen was Goosebumps, and it had like the green slime stuff. I'll have to show you guys next time or
Yeah,
sometime soon.
definitely.
But
They got
they are doing something else, and I don't think it's the same. No, it's invisible ink. It is UV light, so they are bringing it back.
Oh yeah.
In an
oh
upcoming
yeah, the
release.
Haunted Ink activity book.
I don't think
Stuff
that.
Yeah,
Like just
so-
dude, gimmicky
Stuff like that. Yeah, I would love for all that to come back again. It looks like they're starting to do some of it.
It would be nice if it came like in the books. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing, or if you could send away for something, or I don't know. Maybe that's asking too much, but yeah, I would love to see something like that again. Even just even we were talking about it before, the embossing on the covers. I feel like what's happening is a lot of the little goodies and extras that we used to get with those books, there was a cost to it, to producing it. And somebody higher up probably realized, like, oh, wait a second, we can cut costs if we take all of these things out, and we're still going to get the same sales. So I feel like maybe something like that happened. Yeah.
That's what it always comes down to. I mean,
Yeah.
realistically. And I totally can see that, because inflation being what it is now, compared to the 90s, for sure. I mean, it's outrageous for some things. Even some of the other stuff like I'm into outside of Goosebumps, they've all suffered and have had to, I wouldn't say drastically downsize their products and what they used to do, but it's drastic to me. Because those little things is what made me love those particular items or that franchise for what they did with it. But yeah, now it's
the
kind of
gimmicky things
ridiculous
work.
where
Like they just make things
it costs
look-
more, but you get less, is what it is, and it's not
It's not like
fun
you're
to collect
attaching
new stuff anymore.
bricks of gold to every Goosebumps book. Like you can just do something super,
Right.
super cheap. Like,
Yeah.
look, I don't care what it is. If you could put Goosebumps on like like a pencil or something like that, like I'll probably get it. Like I don't know.
Well, it's like when you think about the stuff that they did outside, just like the UV light. I mean, the Monster Blood pack that had the Monster Blood with it, or whatever. I mean, even if they just did something simple like the raised lettering on the Goosebumps name, just bring that back. Something reminiscent to that era that started it all.
Too pristine.
Yeah.
Everything's like
Little
way
stuff.
too clean nowadays. They need to go back to the experimental phase of the 90s where like it was just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, what can we get away with? I mean, it was like when we had Steve Casino on here and he was talking about how they made all these toys and they couldn't believe they got away with a lot of that stuff and all that. I was just like, me neither.
When they were
The one
making
that didn't
school
make it was
supplies.
like that curly what was it, the curly guillotine or something with Slappy. I can't
Yeah.
remember what it was.
Or just like the little
Like,
mummy,
that's what
like,
drew the
the
line.
mummy pencil holder. Like it like literally was in the coffin and the mummy pops
It
out
popped
with
up
the
and
pencil.
stabbed you with both of them.
Well, there's
How do
a
you
dog, right?
Puncture
There was
your
a dog.
eyes out.
Wasn't there like
It
a
was
dog?
amazing.
I think it was a prototype, the barking ghost dog, and like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a prototype. It
It was biting on
it
an
was the
arm, yeah, and then like it
Yeah.
had the pencils on the arm. Oh
I was like, I
man,
can't believe that didn't get made.
the
There was some
barking
stuff,
ghost
and when you
pencil
told us that, I was like,
stuff it in the mouth.
so much good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was sad this year because I was expecting the Scholastic Book Fair to arrive at our school, but then I talked to the librarian. She's like, "No, they're not coming this year." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, it's
So
crazy.
I ended up going to my son's school, and I was like, "Yes!" And they had a lot of stuff, like the Haunted Mask, the graphic version of it right now, and a few other House of Shiver books. So I was very happy to see that this generation is at least getting some exposure to the new versions of Goosebumps. So I was happy about that. Sad about our school, but at least it's getting exposure in other places as well.
I'm just glad that Scholastic book fairs are still happening at all. Like Goosebumps
Yeah.
or no, like those Scholastic book fairs were something to look forward to when you were a kid. It's definitely for myself. And I don't know, like I couldn't think of a world where that doesn't happen anymore. Like kids need to experience that. no matter the time. So by all means.
Yeah, I mean there was that. I mean, if they take that, I mean they already took the Book It away from Pizza Hut. You know what I mean, so
Too many kids were lying though.
that was huge because I would just read Goosebumps and then get a free personal pan pizza. Hell yeah!
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was like a double combo win-win, baby.
Mhm.
So
That's what I mean. But see, that even ties right in because all those like extra giveaways, and I don't know, we just don't see it anymore. If you buy a certain number of cereals, like a certain type of cereal, you can send in the barcodes, right? The proof of purchase, and get something back. But it was free, and I just feel like you don't get those free goodies anymore. And I feel like
you don't.
I feel like they're missing
Even
out
the
because
cereal
all
itself
those,
not giving you the toys that were in
Yeah.
there that you wanted to get.
yeah, and I think they're missing out because all those little extras, like maybe they don't boost sales right away, but in the long run, they create lifelong fans. And I think I mentioned this when we were talking last time, but I got back into collecting again because I ran into, or I just found some Goosebumps at an antique shop, and I actually like felt the bumps on the cover, and to me, like that tactile feeling, like really just, I don't know, just reinvigorated everything. I just remembered that feeling, and without those little extras, those little nuances to the product, I feel like they're missing their chance to create these lifelong fans. But
Well,
we'll
I
see.
Oh, I 100% agree. It's all memory based. I mean, you could do it with a song, you can do it with a smell.
Yeah,
In this case, you can do it with just a touching that raised, bumpy lettering on
Or
Yeah.
smelling
Goosebumps cover.
the inside of the old Goosebumps books. Like,
yeah, the smell of the books too.
oh man,
Yeah.
that was something.
I mean, it can unlock something deep. Now, with these new ones, you're not going to get that because they're all clean and pristine, and
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah,
Too
okay,
clean.
it's a book,
Dirty
Yeah.
it up a little bit, for God's sake.
plain ass book. Because we can all sit here and we can all sit there and go, oh yeah, no, I know the feeling of that cover, and I'm not even touching it right now. It's like the raised lettering, or even the Series 2000, how they embossed everything, the artwork, the title. I mean, you could feel all that. So it's a memory to have that, and it's a great memory to have.
Mhm.
So I actually kind of feel bad for a lot of the kids today that don't get a chance to experience that at their Scholastic Book Fair or what have you at their local library, because I don't think even local libraries have original Goosebumps books anymore. They're probably reprints or
Mine does.
just the new
I
series.
will pride myself on that. Mine still has many original books, but you know,
Not surprising.
So I don't know. This is really interesting since you guys brought that. I just got because I just like the way it looked. The House of Shivers book of I think it's Goblin Monday
Yeah.
from Italy. I just like the way it looked because it comes with this like little paper on it. I don't know if you guys can see it there. It comes like this.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like the letter, this one actually comes embossed, like the old days. I don't have
Interesting.
a clear picture with me right now, but
Why don't they do it here? You know?
yeah.
You know, this goes right back to even the 90s. Like,
And
why are
that's
these
the
other
cool
countries getting all the cool shit,
Yeah.
right there you can see it's
but
a
it's
little
not worldwide?
embossed.
Yeah, it's a little embossed. I can see it.
Yeah.
Like you can see it on the inside.
So I don't
Yeah.
know why they're doing it. Like, yeah, you could see me here, like touching it. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I got this like
No, it's
Sunday.
just here in the States we're cheaping out, is what it is.
Oh,
It's just
it
here in the
seems that
States
way.
they're cheaping out.
Yeah.
We are cheaping out.
So you still have that sensation, that feeling that you want to find. It's
Yeah,
just
sometimes you just
in
gotta
Italy.
you just gotta pull a Goosebumps book off the shelf. That's why I have a whole shelf of just original series, because I can just go over there, pick one off the shelf, and just be like, I'm home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess one more thing before we wrap it up for tonight, going back to those fan clubs. We got to look at probably 5 different packs. What do you guys think was probably the best intro pack for the Goosebumps fan club? Like, what do you think got the better package?
I'm biased because I like the one that I remember from when I was a kid, the 96 one, which is the one I ended up getting. So
I'm torn between the 96 and the 97 one. I do like the 96 one, but I also really liked all the different stuff that you found in the 97 one, like the zipper tag and the pencils and stuff like that. That huge decal, that huge sticker,
Yeah.
like that was cool.
Yeah, I wonder why there are like two versions of that one because I based on the ads, right? You could see that's a little bit different the first one and the second one, but like the second one, I think it's from 1997. The one I have it says 1996, but it looks just like the one from 1997. So I wonder if they just had like a prototype version of it, but then later it came out differently, and that's the one they actually sold. But I like that one the most because it came with a lot of goodies, a lot of cool stuff. Whereas the other one, it was just paper basically and cardboard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now it's rare because like not a lot of people got it. So
Well, that's the thing is like the Series 2000 one's really cool, but for the most part, you don't get a lot of really cool knickknacks. Things like stickers and postcards and notepads. But it does get points for just being Series 2000. Like that alone just puts it up to at least an 8 out of 10.
Well, just because Series 2000 stuff was so few and far between, and it still is because obviously that's had a very, very short lifespan thanks to all that happened at the end of that era of Goosebumps. So beyond the fact that it's really rare, because it was in the decline of Goosebumps, it was a really cool pack though too. So I mean, you factor that in with age and rarity and scarcity, you're got a recipe for disaster on your wallet. But
But
other than that, I honestly really love the Series 2000 pack. I thought it was great. It may not have had like the pins and other knickknacks, but I mean, like I think it had a cooler design and overall better items because some of the items from those other fan club packs they just carried over. It was a copy and paste, which
I wouldn't be surprised if
but,
that additional water bottle was the same. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if
I'm
it's
sure it is.
back stock and they were just like, well, we got to get rid of these somehow.
It's literally the only water bottle I have seen when it comes to the fan club giveaway or even inclusion. It's that same one. It's collapsible. It's green, and I don't know if you have to pretty much hope to get one not used by today's standards because if it was used back then, maybe that's why it was kind of a bitch to open the one I had before, and I just quit because I was like, man, I'm gonna tear this sucker up if I ever try to do this again. But man, like it was bad. Let me tell you, it was bad.
The off chance we ever get a Goosebumps loot crate, we'll have to, come back to this discussion. But for now, we just live in the moment and,
Hell yeah, everybody send in. Everybody send in.
Everybody send it in. Tell them we want more.
Send your
Goosebumps
check or money
packs.
orders. Tell me one of the
None of
fan
us-
club pack.
None of us want to tear that page out of our books, though. That's the problem.
That's the thing, yeah. It's like you don't want
Those
to.
inserts are like,
beat up
valuable.
copy.
Yeah, find a
Get a
really
beat-up
big
copy.
copy and then just tear out from that, and then you won't feel
You
bad.
tear out from that one, you won't feel so bad. 'Cause I would too. I'd feel really bad if I took the one off my shelf and just ripped it out of there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
I
can't do
shiver
that.
at the
But I'll go
thought
get
of
a beat
that.
up one.
But you
Plenty
know,
of beat up ones out there.
take a copy. Just take a copy. And
There you go. We can make copies. Yeah.
yes, that's
I
what
don't
you
even
can
have
do.
to tear it out. Make a copy. What were you
Make a
thinking?
copy.
Good job. 'Cause I
Just
would've
write a letter that just says
Give
give me Goosebumps now. Just write that on a white piece of paper and
me
send that to me.
goosebumps or give
Anything that
me
glows in
death.
the dark, right? If they could like do more things like that, glow in the dark, or
Oh, yeah.
what is it called again? The like
Lenticular.
yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it could be super cheap stuff, but if it's Goosebumps, we're gonna
Yeah.
eat it up. So just I don't know. That's
It could
all
be
we can
cheap
say.
stuff
Please,
Based
please
on
do it.
90s merch. All
Yeah.
you gotta do. It's
All you
real
gotta do.
easy and you get my money.
It's that easy.
Get
It's
my
that
We're
hard
looking for
earned
sleeves
ducats.
right now. Sleeves from Pure Green. We're looking for the cups from what is it again? Teaspoon, I think.
The vanishing.
Yeah.
spoon, and then Pure
Oh.
Green just had their Goosebumps the Vanishing drink, so get sleeves like that. Like literally, just like cheap things like that.
Yeah.
We send them on time. to
Enough
the-
collectors eat it up.
Yep. You'll get some money, so just do it, Scholastic. Just do it. But and if you guys at home ever find a fan club pack for a good price, Get it. It's a good investment.
Bag it.
Oh.
Bag it. Even if you got to piece it together, like, that's the thing, too. I will say that one last bit. If you have to piece it together, do it. I mean, the box itself, if you can get it at a good price, you can probably get all the little trinkets for pretty cheap. It's really just the box itself that's worth tons of money.
You're going to spend a lot of money for that.
So, I think that's how Bjorn got it, right? He did it bit by bit, the 2000.
He did, yeah. One of them he did. I can't remember which one, but he pieced it together because it wasn't complete. I don't think it was the Series 2000 one. I could be wrong about that, but one of the other ones I think he pieced together.
I'm sure he has one over of every single item in each of those packs. So
at least.
Yeah, probably. But on that note, we're going to end this episode of the Goosebumps Crew off here. Super special thank you to you two, Jared and Elvis. Thank you guys for joining. It's always an absolute pleasure to talk with you guys about Goosebumps. So thank you guys for joining.
Likewise, it was awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely, and you're always welcome back. So we'll bring you on pretty soon, I would certainly say. So you guys at home, make sure you go follow Jared and Elvis at 90sKidsLibrary and Nostalgic Goosebumps over on Instagram. They really deserve the support. They're awesome Goosebumps collectors, so check them out. And of course, as always, follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps Aussie Fan and Sean respectively. If you liked today's episode, make sure you like and comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our audio platforms and social medias. All those links are in the description below. Next week,
even if you didn't do it anyway, it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Nothing.
You don't have to sign
even if you didn't like it.
Fan Club rated. You just subscribe.
Help us out.
Next week, Goosebumps The Vanishing is finally hitting Disney Plus and Hulu, and we are going to have our thoughts on the new season. So we'll see how it turns out. But until next time, this has been the Goosebumps Crew Podcast, and from all of us here, we want to wish you all, as always, to take care, stay safe, and have a very scary day.